Welcome back to Vital Signs. If you're just tuning in, you're going to want to go to nowmedia.tv, click on shows, go to Vital Signs to catch the first half of today's show because it was epic. We talked about how to really take control of your financial health and well-being and live that life of purpose and meet your goals along the way. We are going to shift gears. As promised, I have Dr. Greg Eckel here, and he is truly cutting edge when it comes to all things brain health, regeneration, and peak human performance. And so I want to introduce you, Dr. Greg, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
I'm really excited about this because something that I know you to be marrying, if you will, is leading edge research driven with traditional ancient therapies. Talk to me a little bit about holistic healing and that whole detect, correct, protect mentality that you have.
Yeah, so this is blending the best of the ancients with cutting edge therapeutics and research today. You know, longevity is not a new concept, Jen.
Really?
Yeah, for real. The ancient emperors of China were obsessed with longevity. They pulled in the best physicians, the best acupuncturists, the best therapeutics to extend their lives into their 70s. Now we're living at an age where the concept is don't die. The change that we are going to see in medicine over the next 10 years is phenomenal. And even today, blending these ancient techniques, I have a master's of science in Oriental medicine, with naturopathic medicine on par with traditional Western medicine, using natural therapeutics, integrative medicine, perhaps you've heard of that. Mm-hmm. We're treating whole people, heart-centered dynamic beings moving through time and space. So we don't treat pieces and parts. The best healthcare on the planet is someone that actually listens to you and can incorporate the best modalities of all of the systems together.
I absolutely couldn't agree more. And, you know, too many times in traditional medicine, I come from traditional medicine, and it's, oh, you have a knee pain, I'm only going to look at your knee. I'm not going to look at the hip or the spine or the foot or anything else or your mechanics, anything that goes into that.
There was that old song, the knee bone is connected to the leg bone.
I know, but you know, like it's really something that we've kind of been societally directed towards.
Yeah.
And so what you're talking about, I love, it's what the show is about. Peak human performance, really taking control of our greatest asset, our health, is about holistically addressing ourselves as human beings. But there's a little bit of an education gap there. So talk to me about how someone who is sitting watching, how do they start this process and become open to this? Because a lot of times they're in that traditional model.
You know, it's really unfortunate. We have been maybe dumbed down a little bit. Like that reductionist method, while it works for certain things, when you look at life expectancy in North America, it's actually dropping. The first time ever in human history, the clocks are turning back. So our lifespan is getting shorter. So if you want to stay in that model, by all means, stay in that model.
No thanks.
Yeah.
Let's record scratch. And then I'm going to ask another question, because longevity is one thing, but just because we're living longer doesn't mean we're living quality. So talk to me about how important it is what you're doing brings us health span, because that's what it really is, folks. It's health span. We want to be healthy and have quality of life throughout our lifespan.
It is. It really is the concept of, you know, when I would say in front of audiences, like, I want to live to be 156 years old, there'd be silence, just like that. And you could hear a pin drop, and people would look at you like, are you insane, doctor? Have you seen them out there? They're diseased, they're sick, they're drugged, they're not doing well. Like, I don't want to live like that. I came across a lawyer up in Park City, Utah, where I came down from, and he was out shoveling his driveway, retired, 79-year-old. He said, what are you guys doing? I said, I've got a longevity clinic, peak performance, right here in Park City. He said, oh, I don't want to live that long. And I'm like, what are you doing with the best years of your life? You know, 90 can be the new 30 at this point. We can measure our biologic age, how old our cells think they are. And we're actually turning the clock back on time.
What? Who here wants to turn back the clock on time? Yes, I'm one of them.
Yeah.
So let's talk about that, because you are doing things specifically in brain health.
That's right.
Brain, and you've been doing a lot of work. I know you've got some cutting edge stuff that we're going to share as well, but talk to me about how that evolution came to be, because you're talking about longevity and Healthspan, but brain health is a huge aspect of that.
It's massive. You know, I had my Nana, Ethel J. Bloom, had dementia for a decade. And, you know, farm gal from central Pennsylvania, and remembering, you know, and maybe we can relate out there, like by 2030, half the population over 65 years old will have some type of mild cognitive impairment. Now, I don't say that to scare us, but it is a massive wake-up call that we need to change something. And we have found the things to change.
Oh, tell me more.
So it's the non-sexy stuff, Jen. You know, it is getting your sleep. You know, we wouldn't think about smoking a pack or two of cigarettes a day right now. But if you are not getting minimally 6 hours of sleep a night, it's like you're smoking a pack of cigarettes or two a day.
Wow.
It's massive on just lack of sleep. Then you get into quality of water. Are you hydrated? Again, not sexy, but very important foundational components here. Are you moving your body? The lack of inactivity, the immobility of our population is aging us faster. It's also not great for your brain. So what is good for your body is also good for your brain. We are showing in Parkinson's and neurodegeneration. Now, these are, you know, it's that old adage, the person with their health has but one wish. Sorry, I blew that. The person who does not have their health has just one wish. The person with their health has 1,000 wishes. And that is the truth. You know, you may be experiencing or suffering with some disease or illness. In particular, I'm here to share a message of hope about your brain. You know, we get diagnosed with Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, dementia, mild cognitive impairment. Perhaps it was a traumatic brain injury. Or if you're just not performing to the level that you want, you have brain fog, fatigue, just kind of malaise, all of those things, there are so many things we can put in for you. And it starts with those basics that I was just talking about. And then, you know, we just published, and I hope I'm not jumping out of turn here, but I can't wait to share it with your viewers and listeners out there. We just published on Parkinson's reversal. And I pause for that because it might seem unreal to many people. January 6, 2025, put that in your notebooks, because that is the day history was made, and it's a tidal wave coming at you this year in 2025. And so we are so excited that you have us on here to share this with folks. Look, if the therapies and the techniques in the Eckel Protocol, and I did trademark it, I know, very humble of me. However, it is 25 years of my life's work to get to this point. And we have a certain methodology and an order of therapeutics to actually get people's lives back. And I say that with a lot of humbleness, because it's my patients really entrusting their health with us, stepping out into the unknown where there wasn't a solution before. They get 100% of me, my heart, my team, and we work hard every day looking for better, faster results for people.
You know, and I really love that you've had the results and you are published. So congratulations. I mean, that's huge. Reversal of Parkinson's. That's something that I didn't know I was going to hear in my lifetime. And we all know that there's been people impacted by that. Almost all of us know someone who's impacted. And I just want to reiterate something that you said. Folks, it's not rocket science. The basics, sleep. He said if you're not getting more than 6 hours of sleep, you might as well be smoking 2 packs of cigarettes a day. You're having the same impact on your body. So sleep is so incredibly important. It's fueling our body, making sure we're drinking our water, because hydration is so key, and it's moving our body. So I don't want to jump, but I think the action steps are pretty clear so far. It's get your Z's in, make sure you're sleeping, get up and move, and it doesn't have to be elaborate. It could be walking, it could be doing like daily activities that are in motion. We were designed to move. We weren't designed to sit. And it's making sure you got your water in. Anything else that our viewers, before we break, can do today to sort of help their brain health along?
Today, then nutrition is that other pillar there. And getting, one of the biggest things right now, seed oils. We need to get seed oils out of our diet. They are creating a ton of inflammation. They are destroying our cell walls and our mitochondria. So all of these chronic illnesses that we see today are mitochondrial dysfunctions. And we actually now have a test to measure that.
That's fantastic. And so let's elaborate a little bit more. Seed oils, what are we looking for on our labels?
Canola oil, massive. Vegetable oil. These are not to be consumed or cooked in. These are very cheap oils. Corn oil, canola oil, seed oils, vegetable oils, cottonseed oil. All of those. The basics are you can do coconut oil, you can do olive oil, you can do avocado oil because it has a high burn rate. But that's it. Those are it. When you go into 5-star Michelin restaurants, you would be surprised to how many of them do not have butter. Oh, I forgot butter. Butter also, because I'm a pro-fat practitioner with good oils.
So butter is okay, or butter is not?
Butter
okay?
is okay.
Oh, thank goodness! Because
Yes.
I cook in butter. I am half Cajun,
Organic.
half Sicilian.
You got to get organic though,
Yep,
because
yep.
it concentrates toxins in animal fat. We concentrate toxins in our fat. Same thing with the cows. They'll concentrate toxins in their fat. So if you want non-organic butter, you're getting a stick of toxins delivered to you.
Yeah, let's not do that.
Let's not do that.
No.
And so it's whole food diet. So staying to the outside of the shopping. Don't go into the processed food. Don't get things in boxes. Now I know this is like very different than the way that we were raised or the way that we've been programmed into ease and deliciousness and flavor, but it's killing us.
Well, I want to say something to that, though, because I'm a whole food diet kind of girl, and I grew up on that, and then was in the whole fat-free shift when they told us that we have to eliminate fat.
Yep.
And so I started well, and then there was this time where processed and fat-free and all that became the thing.
Yep.
And when I took myself back to whole foods, I'm going to say that I find that more flavorful than the things in boxes, because what's in boxes is salt and sugar.
Right.
And that burns out all the other flavors.
Tastes delicious and is highly addictive, right?
Yeah, I can't even do it. Actually, I'll tell you a brief story. Like I was with my husband, and he had a gift for Christmas, and it was milk chocolate. I have not eaten milk chocolate in forever. I'm a 92% cocoa girl, and I like a little square of that to satiate that.
Yeah.
But I couldn't eat it.
Yeah.
It burned my tongue with the sugar.
It is so turned up. So when you get off of the sugars, off of those processed foods, you do get your taste buds back. And then you can taste the sweetness in a carrot again. In celery has a flavor, believe it or not. And these things, when you, like a raspberry or a ripe blackberry is like heaven when you have cleaned out your palate back to reset. And we really do need to do that as a culture and as a people, because it's better for the planet, it's better for our health, it's better all around. It's amazing for your brain.
Okay, well, you heard it here, folks. Get back to that clean diet. Let's make sure we're eating whole foods, avoid the packaged stuff. We will be right back after these messages to dive further into what we can do to be peak performing humans in our brains after these messages.